Hi. How's everyone doing? Metaphysical Mama. Welcome, welcome. If it's your first time visiting, and absolutely welcome back. If you're revisiting, hanging out on our platform, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when we put a new video up. And welcome. Cheers. Salud. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it may be for you in this now moment. Whoop, whoop. It's right. Well, music playing in the background. Today's Sunday. What's today's date? I don't even know. My goodness. What is today? What is today? I thought so. Today's the 7th. I'm like, I don't even know the date. November 7th, 2021. It's Sunday presently. Just to get the semantics out of the way with the which timeline and cycle we're going to bounce around. So just to introduce myself a bit, Metaphysical Mama. I operate and work with energy and metaphysics, which is a little bit of everything and a lot of bit of nothing, honey. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Welcome, just hang out. And again, we're just kind of cosmic surfing here, I like to call it. So we're just allowing light codes and, allowing ourselves to be opened as a channel. How you're seeing me on here, we operate the same way. So when we're just open to receive and we say, okay, we are, and we're right in the now with the frequency we need to ride with, right? Coinciding. It ain't no coincidence. Well, it is, but the word coincidence isn't some out there weirdo thing. It means we're actually right on time in parallel universes or dimensions or frequencies, right? We're right alongside one another, two or more, coincided, right? Like if we're driving, like it's a good, like today's Sunday, right? It's like back in the day, especially when it wasn't so expensive to fill your tank up with gas. People like to take rides on Sundays, especially with their sports car or whatever kind of car, when it wasn't so expensive again to have anything. It's like, and it still was, but anyhow, I don't want to get off topic, right? So it's like that, taking a cruise, right? And when you get on the highway or you get on the road, you got to merge and drive alongside, right? As we ride. So ain't nothing different than that, right? So the ways that we look at things and perceive things, right? Like what we eat, the thoughts and the feelings that we allow, right? Our bodies, our emotional body, not just our physical body. When we, right, like I have me some corn muffins right here, which I love. I love me some cornbread. This is something I can eat with my hands, my physical, right? Capricorn body. Capricorn represents our physical, right? And this is material, right? Outside of my physical body. So this is of Satan, right? And so could the physical, right, pleasures of the flesh be, so to speak, right? These are just different terms that we use, right, within our languages so that we have ability to communicate, right? Abel, 444, is a gardener, right, planting seeds. Instead, so the term, right? Being Cain, running around with our, right? Allowing our emotional body, right? And our mental, say, faculties, our thoughts. So our thoughts and our feelings, which also represents our Adams and our Eves. It was just 519, ancestral blood cleaning. So the things that we allow, right, within our vibration is what we're eating. So our thoughts and our feelings, right? The apple. Are you biting that, right? What are we eating? Are we eating poisonous thoughts and allowing ourselves to feel some type of negative way that puts us in, right, elf mode, which is extremely low vibrational frequency, right? ELF, extremely low frequency. And it means a lot of other things too, but I'm just like, right, it's just like, blah. So you don't want to be necessarily, an elf can also be represented as like, say, what a Santa is, Satan's slaves. We all love to be like elves, and it's like, oh, when we're sharing and caring and loving and, right, gifting and being present in our now moments, that is, I just bit my tongue, a gift in itself. They don't want me to say, right? But when, say, someone else is trying to take over Santa's position, remember like Jack and Sally, Jack from what's it called? Nightmare on Christmas, right? Or Nightmare Before Christmas. Doesn't he want Santa's position? He wants to, right, leave Halloween Town, and he wants to know what it's like to take over Christmas. And we all on a real can get bored. Nobody wants to just eat. I have bran muffins too, right? I don't just only want to eat corn muffins all the time, and that's the only thing I ever eat ever, right? But having discernment is a very key, first name of earth, key, lock and key, right? Key code. It's very key. Words are vibrational frequency keys, right? So having discernment is allowing things to resonate and becoming a little more aware of the different vibrational, or the different energetic currents that we experience, which is very tricky, right? And then we can think other people are playing us and other people, right? All just different, but becoming a variable, it's like, right, right? I have this corn muffins in his hand. I have bran muffins in his hand. So you, right, you could go, you want the red pill or the blue pill? You want corn muffins or bran muffins? Or no muffins, right? You don't have to have either. So the variable is what? Me in the middle making a decision, yeah? Could go, right? What do I want? Would I like, right? Or, nah, I'm not really hungry right now. I don't thank you, but nah, I'm okay. So it doesn't mean I don't like corn muffins or bran muffins, or that you're a jerk for trying to give them to me, right? It's just an offer. It's just still always standing. It's always there. There's the muffin man is always, right? Do you know the muffin man? Spirit got jokes today, huh? And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you haven't. Share. Sharing is caring. And you can also definitely, yeah, shoot me an email. I'm going to try to be better at checking out my emails and what have you, but that's my email. I'm working on my website. We'll see what happens, you know. Things may change and I may change my name. Never know. Nothing ever stays the same, huh? So, yeah. So again, just coming to a place where we can find our peace, which means, right, allowing ourselves to come into our darker, I'm going to say our darker spots, which is just within our moon. Okay, our physical body, you know, as an expression and symbol, you know, symbolism wise, just one way of, right? Look, we're just right now going, right? Perseus, perception, perceiving, we're just allowing, right, perceptions to come through. That's what channeling is and what we do, right? 933, like the little rainbow that's right there, right? And can you grab a rainbow? We can see a rainbow, but can you hold it with your physical hands? Right? So again, different perceptions, but we're very quick to boop, bump over something, right? Skip over, like if the needle skips on the record, we just let it keep playing sometimes instead of like going back to find out, right, what the lyrics were saying. And then we can miss a whole chunk. Or, like I've mentioned in videos in the last few, right? There's a band I love called Suicidal Tendencies. Now, when I say, or my friends say, we love suicidal, I love suicidal, what does that mean? If someone outside, right, hears that outside of my stuff, they could think that I'm saying something very negative. Yeah. And am I? Absolutely fucking not. It's like you should actually look that band up and fucking listen to them because they have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that they've put out way back when, like all music does. And if you listen and get in tune with the vibration, it'll carry you where you need to go, right? It's like how many times you hear a song and the words aren't what you thought you know, right? Like, or it's like, I always thought they were saying that, or it could mean something just different, right? In a different moment in time, right? Like that song when I was younger used to be like, right? And now it's like, it means so much, it's so different and it has a different meaning and all this other, right? So, you know, song, music, love, that's why at one love, right? Music and love is my religion. It's, right? What else is there? When it gets down to the right, it's just what vibration we're in. And when we tune in and vibe high, right, we feel like we're alive. Right? It's alive. Whoa. So whether alive or dead or what have you, right, whatever is said, right, we're going through a time where things are absolutely not what they appear to be, right? Can we all agree on that at least? And when we can at least come from that point, we don't have to keep fighting and arguing about like what we know, what we thought we knew. This is what this is, and da da da. Right? Science world, this science, spirits, everything all entwined into one, right? So science, spirituality, math, the material, our physical bodies, what goes on the outside and what goes on the inside. And all my as above, so belowers from flat earth or whatever have you. I'm not sure if flat earth or red, because they're both. Just like the muffins, right? It's like, we're not going to argue about it. Just depends on where you're coming from, right? I got to cut someone else down because they're coming from a different vibration or a different perception because they see differently. We don't have to tell them, no, they're not, right? It's like, hold on. Why don't we ask, really, how and why is that? Like, share that with me, please, so that we're able to maybe communicate and see and have a little bit more ability to be aware on some level rather than coming with forks and knives to stab and poke and think we're right? Because that shit ain't right. I don't know. It's like, this is a problem in this fucking world and realm, right? What the fuck is going on? Really, it's disgusting. Saying, yeah, we don't like that shit. And let's say spirit, Anunnaki, angelics. How do you want them to show up? Whether they come as extraterrestrial, as light beings, as orbs, as spirits, right? Are you not all scared? Is not everyone still scared and stabbing at the beast? Or if they say dormant and in a stasis and hibernate, then you come searching and hunting with your spoon. What if there is no spoon? Jim Morrison singing behind me. Too late, too late. What if there is no spoon? Then what do you have to bend? And the dish ran away with the spoon. The satellite dish? I can only eat off a plate with a fork, and a spoon I can use in a bowl. I could use a spoon on a plate. I mean, right? Normally in a bowl, though. So if the dish ran away with the spoon, that's a little bizarre. A plate? Is it flat? It must be flat. Is it? Oh wait, or is it a? Is it round, or is it like a bowl or a cup? That's something I'm actually now I'm interested in wondering. Yeah, ones that argue about the. That's kind of interesting. And then too, don't forget, right? You look into a spoon one way and you're right side up, and on the curve, you're upside down. Are you able to see yourself? I don't know if you could see her, but I got the sun shining on you. So yeah, you know, mental perception. Wow, we got jumpies. And this again at the bottom, so interesting. So page, and it's in reverse both times. Page. Oh, wow. You know what? I'm so happy. She's so cold. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you have not done so. I'll appreciate it, Tribey Tribe. That's how we keep ourselves moving. Keep the emotions moving. Don't get stuck too long in an illusion. So, you know, if we do, then it's like, look at this is all bare grounds. He's trying to walk around a bucket of water looking for like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. Holding the water outside of self instead of cleaning the water inside. Okay, now that has to do too what we are just saying. So going right as above, so below. Okay, we have to come from the moon. So within, so without, as above, so below. That's how we see, right? So now you know, because consciousness is what is the creation of creation, and the rest is right in pieces. So we have to go to the root. We have to follow in our own energy so that we can find, right, our own eggs that are hiding in dark places. You can't find them outside yourself, right? You have to clean a cup from the inside out, right? When I wash it, I gotta clean this from the inside out, and right, same as right? So we have to go inside and take a look at what's going on inside. Now, can I see with my physical eyes? No, I have to go in with my mind's eye. Like, okay, how do I feel about that? Let me take a look at that. Can I see what I'm looking at, or do I have to feel it and go through my thoughts and feelings? See, right? See, honey. Where's that from? Oh my goodness. That's like an old cartoon. Is that Winnie the Pooh? See, the owl. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? 1, 2, 3. Rolling Stones. I love this song. I'm so hot, she's so cold. We got Libra and Saturn. So truth, bringing the scales into balance. Venus is at the bottom here. Yeah, also. Arrow set. This is balance. When you're old, nobody will know. Fortune's wheel. So we got the wheel. We got balance, Saturn, truth, And if you look in the night sky now, hey, don't forget to turn your clocks back. Daylight savings time. So now it's gonna get dark earlier and shit. So yeah. Oh, also, you know, I took a picture the other day. I can't show you right now because it's on my photos on my screen. There's a really cool app called Star Chart. I love that shit. And you could, you could see the different constellations and what's going on in the sky, like right now. You could do it right now. It's day or night, whatever time, right? Light or dark, whatever time zone you're in, you are able to see what's going on now, right? In the solar, in the galactic cosmo systems, right? Because down here we're on time, but when we look out into the sky, that's still time. It's just operating on a different wavelength, cycle, and energy. And right, but also not. It's working in, right. It's coinciding, right. It's working in conundrum or in tandem with, right, what we call time in our physical human perception, so that we have, right, ability to, right, remember and define and have some, right, it's a tool. But they're all operate, all these different wheels, right, cycles of life and spheres, planetary systems, right? We're solar system. Now we're expanding. Jupiter is all right. We're expanding. Sorry, Jupiter is the other card. So see, we have Libra and Saturn. Where's Saturn? Right here. You can see. Okay. And then down to the bottom it has Venus, Jupiter. It's down the road. The old man's down the road. And is that 3? These are Nostradamus cards, so I'm still they only print these only Nostradamus only comes out when it's time. And just so you can see the wheel too, we have the peacock, the rooster. Oh, speaking of which, right? Yeah, Leo. And then we have like a man holding a snake, a woman bending over. Looks like she's trying to, or a man, I'm not sure. Another person. A man with a lion's tail trying to, it looks like he's trying to take the sword of another man, pulling the lion's tail of the other lion's tail. So yeah, I'll take a look at that. You could see. We get a good perception there. You know, a picture says 1,000 words. So what it means to me may mean obviously something very different to you, and you're here for a reason to see it too. So if you need to pause the video and just kind of, meditate on that, please do. And this as well. And these both came out upright. Right, so, and then this was the page. So 6 with the sun, right? This one had the star, so cosmic, right? This is more on a human level, on the 3D plane, or like, but what's, so the people are doing their thing, but then this is what's got, like what affects us. The wheel move, everything's in motion. So how we all, right, are we, what are we playing with the snake? Are we trying to run around? The peacock and the hen are up here with the freaking sands of time, trying to, like, make a date to to fuck or something, or whatever the hell's up, right? Which is funny because I have Grimm's Fairy Tales book here, and I opened it to the hut, and today's Sunday. Football, pigskin, which also, and not to be rude, right? But humans and pigs have the same chromosomes. So now human is different than, right? There was other generations here before human was here. So there's differences, and we're all walking around in a human body, right? Avatar body, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, hopefully, if we, right, if we haven't had an accident or we're born a different way instead, which is okay too, because they're just different, right? Experiences and challenges that we all have in order to have an experience here. So, yeah. Okay. So, but mostly we have 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, and we're all walking around with in a human body. But we didn't all start off human first. Yeah. But some did. Some were born here, and now they're gathering their cosmic star knowledge and, right, animal spirit, plant, mineral kingdom, right, the vibration of other things, because they've been able to, right, let the children lead the way. We gave the keys to the kids a long time ago, right, to see how they would play, so to speak. While we also are having the same experience, right, in the land of amnesia. So we didn't remember, and we're remembering now. However, we're in a new body. And that goes into the title. Yay. Because I was like, I pulled those cards. They have me write that as the title. The past lives, right? Because that's different, right? Time, different memories, different things that come through into your mind, into your mind's eye. Don't think too much. Thinking is different than allowing yourself to travel through the mind, right? Having thoughts and allowing them to go astray are ideas, wishes, and hopes and fantasies. And then we lose parts of ourselves and we don't feel okay. So cute how spirit has me rhyme, right? As I rhyme me, always like mother goose is on the loose. I enjoy that. You know, sometimes spirit gets me hot and heavy. Where is Mars in my chart? In Leo, speaking of lion. Yeah, so I don't know. I gotta look up more what that means. But for me, it means more taming that. It's more of a taming of the lion, like that. Rah! Right? Again, knowing that the lion has a splinter. So it's like we want to enter things gently, cautiously, but don't be stupid. You don't go walking into a lion's cage like, oh, hey, lion, do you remember me? I used to be a lion too in a past life. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? Yeah, let me put my hand in your, I got you. No, that doesn't mean that, right? No. It means that we treat things that have lion energy with gentle grace, but we also don't allow them to, right? We got to be safe. We have to, right? Make, right? Right? Hello, right? So there's me, certain times are acting out in different energies, more animalistic or mad. That Mars energy is coming through and we don't know what to do. So at that moment, we're having a momentary lapse of reason, right? That a lapse. We skip the record. We're out of our mind. We're not in line. We're missing parts of ourselves because our cup just, the emotional body just shot out over the physical body, right? A big wave, not gentle waves with Eve at our side, right? Our emotion. We had an emotional upheaval, which lit our Mars energy up and went up over our head. And that created mercurial waters in our mind. So we're not able to see properly until we allow ourselves to remember to breathe and bring that energy back down to a calm with our breath so that our pieces aren't floating around creating a bunch of fucking dead man sea in the ocean of nothingness, just a mess. Scattered showers do not bring May flowers. They changed fucking goddamn New Year's, which used to be in May, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. But now all of a sudden it's January 1st. Capricorns took the lead, right? They're like, nope. I hear a lot, devil. Don't be offended, Cappies. I love my Cappies. I love Capricorns. However, Sometimes the physical can think it's more right because the emotional body has left the building, and all that's left is this adamant man with no heart and no feelings, because they're all floating around out in the dead man's sea, right? Cheers to you and me. Bring it back. Allow that tide, right? Like the ocean, the moon, right? Control. So when a wave goes out, we just have to allow that energy to come back in slowly, right? And subside. Again, being that's the same as the muffin thing we did earlier, right? Allowing the thoughts and feelings to, right? All those muffins, right? They went flying out. We want to allow all those thoughts and feelings to come back, and they can just dissipate. They don't have to be anything. We thought they were something, but it's just thoughts, and it's just energy coming up and passing through, and it went out like a wave. And it's like, so then we're feeling anxiety because we just experienced a wave. We got, right? Big surfing. We got hit with the wave. We got knocked off our surfboard, or we weren't even on one, and we're under, right? When a wave hit a crocodile, we're underwater getting turned around. Everything is messy. You can't see in that murky water. Also, the ocean, it's like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, didn't used to be hovering and covering and killing the Black Sea. Look into that, please, too, because that's very, like, look up there's a documentary, I think I watched on Timeline the other day, that was so good about that, and it channeled a lot of energy and information. So if maybe something helpful for you to look into, because again, more we connect with Mother Earth, and like what it's like, okay, those are the parts of us that we're losing. They're scattered everywhere, right? So to figure, and it's not about, oh, da-da-da and da-da-da. No, it's like, look how I have this right now, because when I water this plant, it leaks. This plant is on top of the other one. So it's like, that's okay sometimes, right? It's like, I don't mind having my daughters on my shoulders or on my back, or Garrett giving a piggyback, but then it's like, all right, now I got to get down because my back's starting to hurt. And right, or I could be the one wanting to piggyback when I was little, right? But then you hurt somebody's back. It's like, okay, get down now. And it's like, oh no, we want to stay. Or it's like, all right, yeah, but we got to get down. And then we can get a little angry because they're not getting off. They want to still have fun. Or it's more fun to be riding on somebody's back than it is to walk with your own two legs, right? So learning how to let go, or have people get down and detach when we're not, like, right? It's like we were having fun, but then there's a certain point where it's not fun. And we're at that point. So it's time to, right, not to offend, but cut. We need to remove the monkey off of our back so that the other plant underneath, the other planet, has ability to breathe. Like George Floyd said, he can't breathe. Why? Because some motherfucker got their big fat chubby fucking pig knee on his neck. Funny how that's such a similarity, right? We're just gonna remove it and put it where it belongs. Because when someone takes a plant where it's not supposed to grow and decides to pull it out of its natural environment and make it grow somewhere else, and it's like, oh no, this is where you belong. Well, it's nice here and you're nice, but I'm not, right? It's like my vibration, I can feel this isn't really where I belong. So what's that about, right? So then we have to say, we would like some clarity and some transparency, and we're going to let what needs to come up from the darkness, from under the Black Sea, because that was fresh water, like a lake before. the trespassing began. Which, whether it's fault or not, I don't know. I have no idea if it was intentional or not. To be or not to be. I guess we'll find out when we see underneath the black sea what really is. Right, kids? Is it real? Is real. Is it real? Is real. Is it real? They say that really fast, right? They play with words, the call and cabal, what have you. It's like uncle who likes to be like, ha ha ha, ha, or a big brother that likes to think they're funny, or somebody else, or just a stupid bitch. It depends, right? All different kinds of vibrations we deal with, right? And there ain't no race. When you close your eyes, there's no color or line or point to be made, right? So here, let's read this here really quick. I opened this before. The hut in the forest. Hut, hut. Pretty little hen, pretty little cock, and pretty brindled cow. What say ye to that? I'm like, what the hell is that? So she went and bought some barley and stewed it for the cock and hen, a whole armful of sweet-smelling hay for the cow. I hope you will like it, dear animals, she said, and you shall have a refreshing draught in case you are thirsty. Then she fetched in a bucket full, wait a second. Then she fetched in a bucket full of water. This is what came out of, so I didn't even read this yet, except for just the little italicized part here when I opened the book, which was the, hold on. Then she fetched in a bucket full of water, and the cock and the hen jumped to the edge of it and dipped their beaks in, right, like drinking from the fountain of youth, and then held it up their heads, and it held up their heads as birds do when they drink. And the brindled cow also took a hearty trot. When the animals were fed, the girl seated herself at the table by the old man and ate what he had left. It was not long before the cock and the hen began to thrust their heads beneath their wings, and the eyes of the cow, ought we not go to bed? Pretty little hen, pretty little cock, oh, and pretty brindled cow, what ye say to that? The animals answered, ducks. Thou hast eaten with him, thou hast drunk with him, thou hast had no thought for us. So find out for thyself where thou canst pass the night. So they want, right? It's like Cinderella. They want somebody to feed them, do all this stuff, and then we're like, hey, what do you want to do? They're like, well, you just went and now like you could just find your own place to sleep, right? Like Lilith being cast out into the wilderness. But they want. So this goes into a lot of the energy of 1001. Been experiencing a lot of other readers are talking about the same stuff, right? Others that are right trying to make it look like or make you feel like, or they could interrupt and like, what about this? Oh yeah, They're just, it's like, again, think of it, if you've ever seen Cinderella, the stepsisters, that's my, they're trying to stuff their fat foot into her shoe. And it doesn't matter if you have big feet or small feet. It's just, if the shoe's not your size, why are you trying to wear it? It's not yours. Different if we're like, we're all little, we walk around in our mommy's shoes, ha ha ha. But then once you start to say that, you're the mama, you are, it's like, wait a second, whoa, that's way different. Trying to be somebody or be like somebody is way different than appreciating them and being with them. Right? Big difference in the energy that we where we're coming from, right? Again, where we can't see with our eyes, but we could feel. And sometimes we can see with our eyes, right? We're able to witness people's body language and their facial expressions. And like, so you know something's a little off. They're saying something, but everything's not really matching. It's like if I put a different cover on this book, right? It's like, this is Grimm's Fairy. I love this book too. Grimm's Fairy Tales. So this is right. If I put a different cover on this book that doesn't belong on here, and then hand it to you, and you open it, and then you try to read it, and you're like, wait a second, I thought this was. Wait a minute, right? It's like, wait, whoa. So that's kind of what's been going on, right? People have wow, yo, talk about Grimm's Fairy Tales. That just scared the shit out of me. Did anybody see that? Yo, that is Grimm. It's winter, and I'm gonna fucking hope. There was just a bug crawling in my book. That was fucking. We gotta get out of this place. Oh my god, is what's playing. Ah! That was like, yo, I hate bugs. Sorry, all the love in the world, but yeah, bugs and me are not a fucking like. I know his fears need to freaking like. Yeah, you just saw. all my secrets are out, right? Oh goodness, there's a. That's what that felt like. Cheapers. Anyhow, false assholes, right? Again, everybody's been wearing masks. So the falsifying, look, I got all these spell out. Pretending, right? Everything's all, maybe sweet nothings. And meanwhile, there's a lot of thinking about, like, what? King of Swords, King of Coins, Knight of Coins. So very bitter, no feeling. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do. All I care about is money and material. And they're really a knight. It's like that. They're really young, immature minded and immature feelings again, right? So seems right, very bitter king of swords, and see, so we'll play on the queen. Oh geez, look at play on the queen of coins, because don't forget they want your money too, right? That's like to say, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. But I'm going to tell you I love you. I'm going to tell you whatever you need to hear, dear. Here, cheers. Yeah. Right? Make it look and appear like so, yeah. But behind the scenes, there's also my Sharona. Something else. I'm all freaked out now. I'm going to have to, I got to do something big about that today. My wrong words. My Sharona. My cards fell here. Indecision. My on love, indecision. Because if you're having to make a decision, you're not coming from a place of love. You're trying to, right? It's feeling of lack and fear. So again, it appears like, right? Again, the it's gonna appear like, maybe we'll have a 10 of cups, buttercup. But if they don't know how to, right? Health is under this. If the health is my wealth, even though it may the imagination, it may appear one way, right? There's a lot of beings that are using atomic energy, thoughts and feelings to make other people think and feel things in their mind. So you have to remember, God said, be childlike and use your imagination. So go again inside into your moon, and that's where you'll find your 10 of Cups, your twin flame, your masculine and feminine balance, your positive and negative poles that we bounce in between, right? The variable, right? That's the Metatron energy too, right? Star David. So if we're indecisive, shouldn't I? Should I have a corn muffin or a bran muffin? Should I go this way or that way? You don't have to make a decision. Do I have to get the shot? Do I have to get do I have what? Right? All these extra, wait. Breathe. Remember to breathe. This is just energy. Don't let someone else's indecision and guilt out of the decisions that they've already made and things that they've already done, because they're coming from a feeling of lack, right? Everyone, where we all are at some point. I do too, right? We all are. No, and I ain't like, oh, I'm all just great and full and feel great all the time. Hell fucking no. The only reason I could talk about any of this stuff is because I feel it too. So it's like, but how do we get through? I could say I've been lucky enough to fall. Oh, cards are falling on my foot and I'm jumping like a fucking. So I don't know what all this means, right? We're getting oh yeah, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, little scary things are gonna happen. That's what they're telling me, because they're having me get scared on the camera, right? And this is real. This is real life here. Surrender, right? Surrender, Dorothy. And remember, don't pay any attention to that man behind the curtain. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, which is very different. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Where does the truth come from? Again, right in here. So no matter what, we know what we've done. It's like if you've done something and it's like, oh, I haven't done that. No, you know inside what you haven't done, right? So you know the truth. So instead of like running around how everybody's been, ignoring their emotions and feelings and carrying the disease of guilt, it's 1010, and shame, and hoping and wishing and having all these ideas, right, for a claim to fame or to take someone else's name or be someone else that you cannot be, because we can only be the best of ourselves that we can be. Don't you see, right? We can only come in, my friend said this a long time, you can only come in second place. If you're trying to be somebody else, you're only going to always come in second. You're never going to feel fulfilled and satisfied and good about yourself. If you're always looking at somebody else to rate, to, let's say, if you don't feel, because you're not feeling good in here, which is the first cause of disease. So instead of everybody trying to find the answer outside, it's like, wait, you have to come back home first, right? Like Dorothy, right? You had the power inside you all along. Surrender, Dorothy. Come back home, Adam. Come back home, Eve. Come back home, Cain and Abel. Smoke some weed. Marijuana is here from Canis Major and Canis Minor, the star systems, to soothe the children of Adam and Eve. Cain, the children of Cain. And what's Cain? Cain also represents sugar cane, right? Sugar, alcohol, which does what to our body? What are opiates? Poppies, Percocet, hydrocodone, heroin. Well, I don't know what else is in that. Oxy, cotton, oxycodone, all those, right? The perks. Anybody want a perk? At this job, you get lots of perks, right? Perk, set, Percocet, Set always tries to set up Osiris. He doesn't want, he's jealous of his brother. He doesn't want his brother to be born. He does not, right? Like Harad is trying to, right? Put all the children of the kingdom to sleep because he wants to remain Elohim, the only one. Whoever, right? Elohim is plural. El means Lord, the law, Lord. Again, these are all words that get played with in different terms every day. If you understand the law, right, in a legalese way, everything gets moved around and shifted. And if you're not up to par with the game that's being played, you're going to get played, right? And they walk around laughing because you decided to come play with your money playing triple card Monty, right? It's like being at the, well, we'll say the casinos too. And don't forget all the indigenous natives own the casinos. Why? The house always wins. Eventually, money always goes back to the house. It's only on borrowed time. Time is money, and money is time. So when you want to play and gamble with time, rather than consider time your friend, or you want to kill time, or say there is none, right? Time is one of our fathers, right? So if we're not respecting that entity, that energy, well, we're going to end up, right? Every action has an equal or opposite reaction. So we're either fishing, or we're pulling, or we're pushing, or we're allowing, and we're just being in our now moment best we can to the best of our ability and able, so that our seeds are allowed to grow in the garden. Functional. Yeah, makes sense. When we make a little sense, we make a little change, and then our scales, right? Libra, our scales balance out in a different way. Or that's that other thing called the calabra, we used to count on with maybe the abracadabra. There's so many, the calibrates. And that's how also one of the, I don't remember what show or movie, I saw that a long time ago. They were like judging the living and the dead. And it's like when you're honest or when you lie, those things go. So, and that's like, this is like the weighing of the heart against the ostrich feather. So don't give up. You got to go through, right? It's like, okay, like I have to pick up all the cards that fell. You got to pick up the mess that fell and go through it. And right, like what else fell, right? We got the 3 of Wands, Sun, which is beautiful. 2 have produced wheat. And the other one, it looks like, right? Again, abundance is coming, like it said in the title. But you got to go through your past, which is past lives, whether it's other lifetimes. However, we all have different perceptions that we're going to come through. If you're a twin, right? Twins don't always like to just be called the twins. It's like, wait. I'm me and he's him. Even though we're twins and we were born at the same time or the same, right? It's like, but we're still different bodies, different minds. We like different things. We have different thoughts and feelings, right? Different fingerprints, different systems. We eat and shit and say and do things at different times. So we're connected and we're twins, but we're not in the same skin, right? Oh, motherfuckers, you guys want to like be jumping, get out. All up in everybody's shit. And you get mad when we're like, excuse me, you're on my, you're in my, it's like, yo, you can't have enough respect to respect yourself, to not try to then act and be like you're supposed to have the privilege of somebody else because you're mad that we said, ow, please get your fucking big fat foot off of my fucking toe, sis. Did you pick up on that? My toe, sis. mitosis. So I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. With sorrow on the bottom. So sending love to this feeling in general and to anyone that's feeling this. Because again, that's important. So what came out before was intensity, past lives, new vision. It was new vision. Yeah, intensity, past lives. So we're going to get flooded in. And then this was what was on the bottom, abundance. So, and consciousness. So allow yourselves, look at how beautiful this is. Please pause and meditate on that. And please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing, fucking awesome day, night, morning, moment, life. Bring it all into neutrality. Transmute that shit. Ultraviolet flame and love. And let it pass. Let it go. Because we don't need to cling to anything or expect it to last, right? We just are. So the more we keep swimming, just keep swimming, we'll recognize and find our brilliant stars. One love, because that is all we are. Till next time, thank you so much for coming hanging out with me. I very much appreciate your time, love, and energy. Nanu, nanu.